let's learn English. So in this video, I will tell you about narrative text. Let's see. We start with the definition and the purpose. Narrative text is a story with complication or problematic events, and it tries to find a resolution to solve the problems. And the purpose is amusing or entertaining the reader with a story. Jadi naratif teks ini menceritakan rangkaian peristiwa secara kronologi yang saling terhubung. Dan di dalam cerita ini terdapat permasalahan dan pemecahan masalah. Kemudian tujuannya adalah untuk menghibur pembaca. Oke, narrative text ada beberapa ya, contohnya itu legends, myths, fairy tales, fables, and folk tales. Jadi ini legenda, mitos, dongeng, fable, yaitu menceritakan kehidupan hewan yang berperilaku menyerupai manusia. Jadi contohnya seperti si kancil, dan folk tale atau cerita rakyat. Okay, so let's see the generic structure. Orientation, complication, resolution, and reorientation. So there are 4 generic structure of narrative text. Okay, so listen to a story. Once upon a time, there was a kingdom. The king there only had 1 leg and 1 eye, but he was very intelligent and kind. Everyone in his kingdom lived a happy and healthy life. One day, the king was walking through the palace hallway and saw the portrait of his ancestor. He thought that one day his children would walk in the same hallway and remember all the ancestors through these portraits. However, the king didn't have his portrait painted. Due to his physical disabilities, he wasn't sure how his painting would turn out. So he invited famous painter to the court. The king then announced that he wanted a beautiful portrait made of himself to be placed in the palace. Any painter who could carry out this should come forward. He would be rewarded based on how the painting turned out. All of the painters began to think that the king only had 1 leg and 1 eye. How could his picture be made very beautiful? It was not possible, and if the picture didn't turn out to look beautiful, then the king would get angry and punish them. So one by one, all started to make excuses and politely declined to make a painting of the king. But suddenly, one painter raised her hand and said that she would make a very beautiful portrait of king, which he would surely like. The king became happy hearing that, and other painters got curious. The king gave her the permission, and the painter started drawing the portrait. She then filled the drawing with paints. Finally, after taking a long time, she said that the portrait was ready. All of the courtiers, other painters were curious and nervous, thinking, how can the painter make the king's portrait beautiful because the king is physically disabled? What if the king doesn't like the painting and get angry? But when the painter presented the portrait, everyone in the court, including the king, left stunned. The painter made a portrait in which the king was sitting on the horse, on the 1 leg side, holding his bow and aiming the arrow with his 1 eye closed. The king was very pleased to see that the painter has made a beautiful portrait by hiding the king's disabilities. The king gave her a great reward. Okay, after listening to the story, so do the task below. There are 5 here. First, mention the generic structure of a narrative text. Second, make a suitable title for the story. Third, write down the problem and the solution in the story. Fourth, describe the painter in 1 word. And the last, what can you learn from the story? Okay, I think that's all, and hopefully you enjoy my video. And thank you. See you on the next video.